find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rocking black clothes. Whipping around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit, little bit.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Indianapolis Colts. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. On 1st and 10, Brissett. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett, left side complete to Lockett. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
He's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy is a gangster.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They run with Hines. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Off-play action. Cooper. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Kevin King with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. Touchdown, Colts. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe they're returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Here's a quick throw out wide to Humphries. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Cooper now throwing on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Looking to throw. Cooper. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Out to the right to Humphries. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Off the play fake. Cooper finds his tight end Ingram. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
7 yards there and a first down.
After that run for a first down, I don't know that confidence can be much higher for an offense. They're doing exactly what they want to do on this drive.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Good. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Good. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And a yard.
Off play action. Cooper. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
The 28-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Giants.
Back to throw. Cooper. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Not much there, only a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. From the gun, Cooper. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
New York.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. The throw over the middle taken in, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Catch made here by Campbell. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action now. Brissett. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And that will be incomplete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Ball carrier.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Cooper. Pass caught left side by Humphries. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
4th down.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Cooper. He'll look downfield for Hump. And this is taken in at the 5. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Colts 5.
Again, it'll be Edwards. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Gus Edwards. As the first half is winding down, and the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Colts 24, Giants 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Back to throw is Cooper on 1st down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
Cooper's pass.
7 yards the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
On the stop.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He was taken down by DeForest Buckner. 1-yard gain.
On 2nd and 9. Cooper escaping the pressure right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Cooper off the play fake. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Looking to throw. Cooper. Open man right side is Ingram. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now this time he'll look to throw, letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Giants 28, Colts 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Campbell making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Brissett sets to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, He's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
We'll call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Final minute now of the third quarter. To throw on 2nd and 6. Cooper. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now Cooper from the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Colts. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Let's make these babies crawl.
Brissett again. eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
This is Hines. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
At the 2nd down and goal. Brissett. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Just shy of the goal line. No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. Moore. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
The ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
Off the play fake. Cooper. He'll look downfield for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Off play action. Cooper. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cooper. He'll go underneath, dropping it off to Edwards. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And they will take a knee here.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And they take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.